The worst thing about Thanksgiving is that everybody waits until the last minute that day. And people want to do their best, of course. But to do everything Tuesday, Wednesday before, it's just crazy. And you really stretch yourself out, and sometimes you don't do as well cooking as you could if you thought about doing lots of things ahead of time, and they don't suffer for being done ahead of time. One of the smartest things you can do in preparation for Thanksgiving dinner is to make turkey broth ahead of time, weeks ahead of time if you want to, because you can freeze it. It's one of the most convenient things to make way ahead of time, and one of the most valuable things to have on that day. And it's possible to make turkey broth ahead of time by simply using turkey legs, turkey thighs, turkey wings. They're readily available. Don't use smoked turkey wings. They're gonna make too strong of a brothy flavor. What we have here is called in French mise en place. That means everything's in its place. It's been put in its place. So go through your recipe in your head, write down some notes, and plan out step by step what kinds of things you're going to need to have ready. It's better to have these things cut up and in little bowls than it is for you to go searching all the time in your cupboards or cabinetry or in your pantry. That way we save enormous amounts of time and energy, and also frustration. These little packages of soup mix are great when you don't want to buy a whole bunch of carrots or a whole bag of carrots or a whole head or bunch of stalk of celery, because these are basically all the kinds of things you're going to need for making a broth, except for the potatoes. You can put those in your pantry and save them for something else. So what I've done is roast the turkey and the vegetables that I showed you earlier. So there's a little caramelization. This will help brown up and make golden the broth. Use the stems with the parsley because they have a lot of flavor. You're not eating any of this stuff. It's just gonna be part of the liquid, but that's just fine. You can add salt if you like now, or you can add it later. I don't mind a little salt at the beginning because it helps the flavors develop, and then as you taste it as it goes along, you'll be able to see whether it's developed its flavor or not. A little white wine really is a great flavoring agent for broth. The alcohol pretty much burns away, and the winey flavor burns away as well. Then put water in to cover by about an inch or inch and a half, and there you have it. You want to start your fire and get this going to a slow boil. And when it reaches a slow boil, you can take the top off and put it at a very, very low simmer. Just boop, 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 for 2 or 3 hours. It might reduce a little bit because of evaporation, and you can just top it off with some more water. 2 or 3 hours is going to be great. You can then strain it through a sieve, a colander, a cheesecloth, any number of things, and you'll get a nice, clear, golden brown turkey broth. Well, I come from a family of 9 kids, 2 parents, and a Great Dane. So there were 11 people at the dinner table. Lots of aunts and uncles, lots of amaretto sours, lots of food comas, lots of football, lots of bad jokes, lots and lots and lots of stuff.